right? 90% plus are going to want the security of one man. You guys are not designed and or enjoy or want to have sex with a lot of different people. So here's the thing that ladies got to understand. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm just going to simply state some facts here. Sex, indiscriminate sex ruins women. It is what it is. And we have the stats to show it from a biological level, right? So I will say this. Can you take a woman that has a promiscuous past and turn her into a wife? It's possible. Is it probable? No. Because the reality is this, and they've done studies on this. They've shown the more partners a woman has sexually, the higher the likelihood of divorce, not being able to last in a relationship, etc. And levels of unhappiness go up, whatever it may be. So all I'm saying is this. When you go through your hoe phase and you have, sex with multiple partners, what you're effectively doing is you're playing Russian roulette, okay, with your ability, right, to pair bond with guys in the future. And there's a bunch of studies that show this too, okay? So the high success rate, however, the marriages that do last the most are with women that have lower partner counts. I think under five. Under five. Well, it seemed to be the one. And we're going to do a full breakdown on this with Rolo Tomasi, by the way. Guys, more than likely next week, because we had a bunch of TikTokers talking shit, so we got to debunk some things. But I don't want to go into full details. We're going to cover it next week. But this is just for the ladies here, right? Because women release a chemical called oxytocin when they have sex, which it makes them bond with the person that they're hooking up with, which is why women prefer to have sex with one person, okay, consistently, all right? And then also, you guys might not like me saying this, but sexual gratification for a woman isn't that important. That's your argument that you were saying before. Well, how do you know if you're actually getting good dick? Because you don't know.
You're pointing at me?
But no, well, the body. And I know a couple of you guys had mentioned that. The reality is this: only one ejaculation is needed to create life, and it ain't yours, ladies. Okay. And the other thing too is that men provide way more utility than just sex. Think about it. Before a man can even fuck you, he's got to bring certain things to the table. He's got to look good. He's got to be attractive. He's got to be confident. He's got to make money to a degree that's, acceptable for you. He's got to be ambitious, whatever it may be. Some girls have higher standards. Some girls have lower standards, but it doesn't matter. You guys have standards, and you have a metric of attraction triggers that you need filled before you fuck with a guy. So the guy, by the time he's fucking you, has already done the work. So let's be honest here. Yeah, you just want the cherry on top, but it's not required because women are aroused from the head. Not necessarily from getting head. They're aroused more from dealing with the guy, his actions, the way he acts, whatever it may be. Girls get off from a cognitive level. This is why women love to read fiction books. This is why the movie 50 Shades of Grey, actually the book 50 Shades of Grey was a bestseller for so long. Women love their imagination. They need to get it in their head. I always say women fall in love through their ears, men fall in love through their eyes. That's why niggas lie and girls wear makeup. It is what it is, right? So a woman's ejaculation isn't that important. And then also, I understand that having your hoe phase and, right in the CC, as we call it here in the manosphere, whatever it may be, or just having your fun, right? Going out, dating multiple guys, having sex with multiple guys. Cool, it's fun. But what they don't tell you is the dark side of that. A lot of these girls drink themselves to sleep, are on anti-anxiety medication, have depression, etc. Sex does have, indiscriminate sex does have long-lasting effects on women long-term when it comes to finding a man and getting married in the future. And here's the thing. We know a big predicator on female happiness is family and the children. So why would you take that risk and put yourself in a bad spot where you won't be able to enjoy that happiness in the future? Because let's be honest here. If you have a past, it's going to disqualify you from a lot of men for marriage.
If
it just
they
is.
know about it.
I was gonna say, how do you
no,
know
that's true. That's true.
That's
Terrible.
I was just
That's
gonna
true.
say,
That's true.
how would he know unless he
Unless you just have to be
and that's true.
100%.
And that's true. We've actually talked about this on the pod. Like, if a girl, I came up with a whole strategy if a girl's like involved in the sex industry, how she can get out of it and put herself in the best position. But the point I'm trying to make is, if the man finds out, it is going to disqualify you from a large majority of men. And that's something that I want women to understand, that you can have your fun now, but it might come at the cost of you crying later by yourself. You know what I'm saying? When you're not in Miami Beach going, woo, whatever, and you're by yourself with your fucking cat drinking wine saying, damn, why can't I get a boyfriend, or why can't I keep a guy? And there's so many women that are, in their mid-20s to early 30s, whatever it may be, invest in Chewy niggas, that don't know why they can't get a guy, because we lie to women and tell them, no, have your fun, have your whole face, whatever. A man will be there waiting for you at the end. Yes, they're correct. A man will be waiting there at the end, but it's not going to be a man that you respect, that you want to spend the rest of your life with. That's the truth. Losers are going to be waiting for you there, because men that have options and that have status or are somebody, a lot of the time, are not going to subject themselves to a girl that has a past.
So why do all the big rappers date all the hoes?
I'll answer that here in a second.
Kanye West, Mayor Kim Kardashian.
I'll answer that here in a second. So, okay, because Oh, and then the head example. You were talking with Fresh about, hey, what if you have your girl and she's giving you bad head? Wouldn't you want to experience something else? Well, sex for men and women isn't the same. If a guy fucks other girls, he can still love his girl the same. If a woman fucks another dude, she doesn't love her guy at all. Men and women are very different when it comes to sex.
Yeah, I think women, if you have a guy that has a small dick and you love him, you don't really give a fuck about his having a small dick. You don't give a fuck.
There.
But to be fair,
I just gotta finish my point real quick. So because she mentioned Kim Kardashian, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
no, just to be fair regarding the head thing.
Yeah.
If it's my girl, I can tell her to use no teeth. That's just
Yeah, a trainer.
like trainer. Yeah, so.
I
Like a
want to hear
dog.
about Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, so-
and all the rappers and all the
sure,
athletes that
sure.
run through all the fucking
That's the key.
bitches that's ran through everybody.
What was the word that you used? Run, right?
Run through.
Run through. What does run mean? In motion,
Okay.
not stopping.
Well, he married her.
Yeah.
So in his mind, that was his end.
No. Well, here's the thing, though. You got to remember that women like Kim Kardashian, and we've talked about this before about bringing it up. Women like Kim Kardashian, Nicki Minaj, fucking Cardi B, whatever.
Sierra.
It's
Respect my
very
baby.
scary that a lot of women look at them as like
Miracle
role
Watts,
models, and they're
Galore.
gross exceptions to the rule. Most women are not going to be able to have a sex tape with an R&B star, suck his dick on camera, fuck him, and still be able to land a high-value man at the end of the day. The thing is this, what they're not telling you is Kim Kardashian had money. What they're not telling you is that her dad was a famous lawyer on the OJ defense team.
Yeah.
What they're not telling you is that she came from wealth and she already had connections in place that there was no way she was going to fail.
Right.
So for me to tell a girl, yeah, go ahead and look up to Kim Kardashian. She's a great example of you being able to be successful using your sexuality. That is terrible advice, and most women are going to fail flat on their face and literally destroy themselves when it comes to the marriage market with most guys. So she's a terrible example. Cardi B got lucky, was a former stripper, was able to turn around and everything else like that. And it's funny because she says, I don't cook, don't clean, but still got a ring. And then Offset has her on camera actually cooking and cleaning.
Mhm.
So what is it? It's cap. And this is entertainment. It's the music industry. They lie to you and tell you guys, city girls, we up, blah, blah, blah. But what they're not telling you is the negative consequences that men aren't going to take you seriously. And just like you mentioned with these rappers running through girls, that's the key word. They run through these girls and they don't take them serious long term. Now, Kanye West, as far as him getting with Kim Kardashian, that was a bad move. He wifed up, and he's a perfect example of what happens when you wife up a girl that isn't worth wifing. She failed several marriages, relationships. She had kids with him. That's the real reason why he wants her back, is because of the kids. You know what I'm saying? She divorced 4 times, and she actually went on her show and cried, I'm a failure. Because I always say it, guy game is, can you attain the girl? Girl game, can you retain the guy after you fuck him? And most girls can't retain the guy.
Okay, so you could be a hoe, but just have money.
No.
My thing is this. You
You be a rich hoe.
listen, but here's the thing though. You know what? Did you see our episode with Selena Powell?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so we did an episode with Selena Powell, right? If you guys don't know, very famous. She's on OnlyFans.
Yes,
She's
I
fucked a
know.
bunch of celebrities, whatever it may be. She's a multimillionaire.
Mhm.
Has a lot of money. But she even said, I don't give a fuck about money. This is not self-gratifying. Like, I want a family and children. And she's 28, right?
Stop being so nice to women. Nice will never equal turned on or attracted to you. I know.
At some point, you're going to get the baby bug. You're going to want a family. Because what did I say earlier? A large predicator in female happiness and fulfillment is children and a family.
Yeah.
A large predicator in male happiness is being successful, earning a living, and then taking care of said family, right? But a family is not as important for a man as it is for a woman. Women are social creatures. Okay, first, that's why you look at nursing, daycare, whatever. They're the predominant employees. Why? Because women are interested in people, men are interested in things. So all I'm saying is this. If you're going to have a past, be prepared to give up your future. That's all I'm saying. Because a lot of guys are not going to give up their future to deal with a woman that has a past. And I think if women go in, educate, and understand this is how men think, this is what we really want, don't believe the music videos, they're going to be in a much better position. All right? So these rappers that you're talking about, they're just fucking these girls and moving on to the next girl, man. They're not wifing them up. Kanye West fucked up. And you're seeing his fuck up real time. You wifed up a girl that wasn't worthy of a relationship.
Yep.
And now she's destroying his life.
Yep. Kids, life, everything.
So I don't know if anyone has a rebuttal to that or whatever, but that is why having a hoe phase can cost you long term. So it's up to you what you want to do. I'm just giving you guys both what the possible consequences are of that lifestyle that no one's going to tell you. The dark side.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure, please.
For that, like with the whole phase and shit, I think that, for example, like my answer for like having sex with multiple people is
Yeah.
because like I'd been through that phase of having sex with multiple people and then still with one person.
Mhm.
And then like how to explain it? Like, just basically, like, after the fact, like, now I'm single and shit, and I'm just like, I might as well just have sex with whoever I want until I know my intentions behind it. Because bitches will have sex with one person, and it's just supposed to be a hookup, and then, you know, you continue, and then now niggas is having a conversation about, so what are we? So what is this? Like, you feel me? Like, if you're having sex with people, you need to know your intentions. If you want a nigga, then go about it the right way. Don't just be having sex. But if you're just trying to have fun and just feel good and be sexual, then, you know, have sex with multiple people.
And I want to make this very clear too. This is not me trying to slut shame you guys and tell you guys like you can't be fucking niggas. I'm simply telling you,
All right.
the more indiscriminate sex you have, the higher the likelihood that you're not going to be able to find a man that's going to take you seriously. This is why women like Mia Khalifa, Lana Rhodes, women that came from the sex industry can never maintain relationships, because men have this biological urge, man, where if you know that your girl's been getting run through, you cannot take her seriously. I don't care what they try to tell you with the social media and the propaganda. No, you should be able to accept a woman regardless of her past. That's like me telling you guys, I'm homeless. I'm homeless. I smoke pot all the time, and sometimes I like to do heroin. You should take me serious. I need a bad bitch. That's how men look at it.
Can I say something?
Well,
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
So-
and then you can go after.
Real quick. So I have a lot of clients that not let me not say a lot. I service a lot of older women clients, and I have at least a good 3 or 4 that actually been in a relationship with their person. And these men are more of men that I don't know what you would call them. They stay home, they work, they take care of the bills. They don't have to be out in the streets, and they've retained long-term relationships, right? My clients now, they go out, and you know, after a while they need something new. So they have their times when they go out and they date other people, sleep with other
The
people.
men or the women?
The women.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And their man holds them down so much, they look past it. Like, I don't know how they retain it, but I have clients that are in 20-year relationships. And to your point that men shouldn't take up women with a child, a lot of them come with a kid and they still take care of them. So it's like, for the man, their satisfaction is to know that they still have a woman that they can take care of, and the woman is going to take care of them in return. But what you do out in the streets, you keep it out in the streets. And for somehow they are able to retain that relationship. So to me, I get
They're
what you're
retaining
saying.
the relationship. I'll tell you right now why they're doing that. They're retaining the relationship out of a necessity, not because they want to. So we live in a world now where a lot of guys struggle to get sex and get affection from women. So guys will literally put their biological imperative on the back burner and go ahead and cut themselves and hang out with a girl and or be with a woman that feminizes them. She goes out and does what she wants. He takes care of her kids, all this other stuff, because he doesn't really have a choice. I guarantee these guys that are allowing these women to do this stuff, number one, their woman doesn't respect them. And then number two, these are probably lower value men that don't have options. I guarantee it. Because if you leave a man to his own devices, he's going to be extremely territorial with his woman and not want other guys having sex with her. It's not normal for a man to allow women to have sex with this guy. It's either something wrong with him, or more than likely, he does not have options. No self-respecting man that values his last name is going to let other men have sex with his woman. But a lot of guys tolerate it because a lot of guys are struggling sexually. I mean, we saw a stat the other day. Men between 18 to 30 years old, 1/3 of them are virgins and or haven't had sex in a year. It's very tough for guys to get